What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I have a very special guest next to me. You guys may or may have not seen his face ever before, unless you guys are in Colorado. But this is Spencer.
Yep.
And he owns this amazing Sequoia here. And I'm gonna basically let Spencer kind of take over, tell us about this amazing build, this wrap and everything he has on it. So Spencer, can you walk us through from the front, from everything with the armor, lights, and everything like that?
You bet. So starting off, we used to have a long traveled Tundra, as you know, because you guys have done a lot of work on it. We've used you guys a lot for most of the installs. But as our family grew, we decided that we wanted something that was a third row and we could still get out and camp. As a dad, that's one of the most important things for us, raising kids. So we opted for the 2023 Sequoia. We knew it'd be an experiment, and we figured we'd give you guys some headaches along the way of trying to build it. But starting out in the front, we've got a CBI bumper. This is their full-size bumper, which is actually for a Tundra, believe it or not. And you guys, luckily enough, were able to fit it and kind of experiment with it a little bit. I'm sorry for the troubles on that, but it looks great and it came out wonderful. One of the main reasons we wanted this was for protection.
Yep.
Give us a little bit better clearance as well. Moving to the headlights, we've got Alpha Rex lighting here. These are the Nova Blacks. These are the Nova Blacks. And then they've got the Alpha Black as well, which is, this is tinted. Here, the DRL is tinted, and then the back of the actual projector is a gloss black. But we wanted something that was going to contrast it a little bit, and we love the lighting that Alpha Rex provides. So this was a perfect addition to our Sequoia.
Yeah, and we'll actually show you guys the DRL option earlier, or a little bit later. This has the Amber DRL, which is brand new. This has probably been out for maybe 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And you, of course, got the very first set.
Sure.
One of the first sets. So we'll show you guys that in a little bit too. And then this is a Pro, right?
This is the Pro, the TRD Pro. So we've got the red leather interior. We really liked the Pro and just kind of a lot of the features that it had. And we figured if we were going to build an already expensive vehicle, why not do it with the best one? So
yeah,
that's kind of a nice addition as well. Moving on to lighting and stuff like that, we're running Baja Designs lighting. We've always used Baja Designs. It's just kind of one of the companies that we like. There's a lot of really good lighting companies out there, but we like to stay loyal to our friends and family. So we're part of the Baja family, and that's what we ran. So we've got an S8 30-inch down below in the bumper, and we've got a 20-inch conversion in the grill. And then we're running the new SAE fogs here paired with some S2s. And as a matter of fact, they just came out with the S2 SAEs as well that we may actually end up running at some point.
Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much the front of the vehicle.
All right. Is there any skids underneath right now?
Right now, we just have the TRD Pro skid. I know CBI is developing a lot of skids for the Sequoia, as well as sliders and swing outs. Okay. However, they haven't put them into manufacturing yet, so we're still kind of on the hearsay for that one, but waiting for that to come in.
Sounds good. Let's work our way to the side here.
Sure.
We got some big old meaty tires.
We do. So we've got Relation Race Wheel, 17-inch wheel. These are the RR7H, the hybrids. And wrapping around that, we've got the massive 37 by 1150 Nitto Recon grapplers, which is kind of a newer tire. Yeah. It's an AT tire. Not really meant for snow, but we've heard a lot of good reviews on snow. And living in Colorado, that's always one of the most important things for us. So
yeah, for sure. It looks really good too. This thing is massive.
It does. It is. It's a lot bigger than people would expect.
Yeah.
It seems small in videos and photos, but it's a giant vehicle. For suspension, we're actually running locked off-road in there with some Total Chaos upper control arms. We went with locked because, again, a smaller company. We really like working with small companies and trying to help build them up. He makes a great product, Riley over there does, and so this is actually Tundra suspension, but a lot of the parts for the newer Tundras are compatible with Sequoia as well. So
very cool.
What better chance to experiment than using locked? So
yeah,
it turned out great.
Obviously, that provided you the lift to make the clearance for these 37s.
Sure.
But how is the ride quality?
It's great. Yeah, we've got no complaints over it. We had Kings on our Tundra. Granted, our Tundra was long traveled. We had Camberg long travel on the Tundra, but this is very comparable to Kings, I would probably imagine.
Very cool. So right up here, we got some more Bajas. These are the XL80 dish lights.
Yep.
What's this little stubby guy here?
That's the Ghost antenna from Midland. We love running Midland as well. They're another company that we've been blessed to kind of have around us, and they're just great comms. They always work for us, and they're always willing to help out. So
very cool. All right. So you don't have sliders yet?
Not yet.
But you did mention CBI might be coming out with some pretty soon.
They will be. Yep, they'll
Okay.
be coming out with some sliders. But these TRD Pro steps are actually pretty stout. There's no issues there. And if we're gonna bang stuff, it's gonna be a lot better damaging those than the body. So we kept them on.
For sure. All right, so right on top here, what do we got up here?
So up top, we've got a full-size Prinsu rack. This is a 2-piece system, which is kind of cool. It helps with shipping as well, but there's a seam actually in the center of it.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually have the XL80 linkable system by Baja Designs up top, which produces an insane amount of lighting.
Yeah.
Which is great. You know, sometimes it's overkill, but for this, we just love the output of lights. It really helps.
Better to have too much lumens than not enough.
That's exactly right. And with me getting older, it's always better to see. So
For sure.
on top of that, we've got the new High Country V2 by Free Spirit Recreation. This is a tent that hasn't quite come out yet.
Yeah.
It's a revamp of their original High Country, and it's amazing. It's
Okay.
an extremely cool tent.
So
Very
personally,
dark inside.
I know you have a lot of kids,
I do.
and this thing, I've seen it myself opened up. Can it fit the whole family?
We could fit me, my wife, and our 4 kids probably comfortably inside of it.
Very
It's huge.
Yeah.
It basically doubles in size because it folds over. And what's cool about that is then we don't need an awning either because it acts as an awning. So
That is true.
That's
You
kind
can
of a-
hang out underneath it.
yep,
Very cool.
2 birds, 1 stone.
So besides the very cool multicam wrap that you have on there, you did the kind of like the traditional Toyota Heritage stripes.
Yep.
But you added a little flavor to that.
We did. So as many people know, people that have been following us for a while on our builds and our adventures, we started off with a 2018 4Runner that we wrapped in an Alpine multicam. And once we got the Tundra, that went away for a bit. And as we came back into it, Jake actually from Lucid Wraps had the idea to change it up a bit and do kind of an ode to the original 4Runner.
Yeah.
With that, I gave him all the vinyl and just said, let me know what you need and have at it. And so he came up with this entire wrap by himself, and it really came out great. The initial wrap was a matte. This is a gloss, so
Yeah.
it adds a lot more shine, and we really like it on the newer vehicles.
I think so too. I think the gloss actually lasts longer too, right?
Yep, correct.
Very cool. So it's like a multicam white with a multicam black.
Correct, yep. So this
Very
is the Alpine, and then it transitions into the multicam black, which is even cooler in the sun when you're a little bit farther away. It just looks like a satin black stripe until you get close to it. So the details really are pretty phenomenal in this wrap. Jake does a great job.
Very cool. All right. So let's work our way to the back here.
Sure.
Now, this is probably something that isn't on the market yet, right? Or is it on the market?
I think they've got it out now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's fairly recently on the market for sure.
Okay.
That's the CBI high clearance rear bumper, which is a really cool addition, and I really like this bumper. It's got a lot of details into it.
Yeah.
They did a great job manufacturing this and producing it. And what's cool is these actually right here are for bolt-on swing outs when they start manufacturing those. So you're able to remove them, you're able to add them back on or change your dynamic to it.
And that's on both sides, so you're able to mount either a left or a right.
Or both.
Or
Correct.
both.
Yep. So eventually we'll throw our spare on it, and we'll probably throw a power tank and some other things on the other side just to kind of help with it.
I like it.
Definitely. On the top, actually over here, which is another cool feature, they really went through the detail, and they CNC cut a big plate up top that has the entire forest with Sequoia
Oh, wow.
right in the front here.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about this bumper is it still keeps the factory hitch option. So if I remove this plate,
Oh, yeah, but all little
we
you gotta
still have
do
our
is
factory hitch.
press it. That's so cool. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they're just little buttons that are on that basically grab onto these little studs and then just pop them on just as easy, right?
Yep. That's it.
Wow. That is
Nice
awesome.
and simple.
That's pretty good engineering by CBI there. And then you got, of course, some more Bajas.
We do, yep.
In the
So we've got
bumper.
the S2 Sports down below, and we have some S2s up top as well for chase lights. So these are actually wired in to the reverse lights, which helps with our lighting while backing up. Don't want to run over anything or anyone.
Yeah,
And then we've got chase lights for those really dusty trails.
yeah, for sure. Very cool. Do you have anything inside the vehicle?
I do, yep.
Okay, let's take a look at that too. Oh yeah, check this out too, guys. The Pro gets this really cool fender flare on all 4 corners that all the other trims don't get. And of course the red interior. So what do we got inside here?
So inside we actually have two things that I wanted to mention. The first one's going to be the S-Pod mount, which is made by you guys. It's a prototype that we're actually testing out, which is great. I mean, it's been an eye catcher for sure. A lot of people have been asking about it, including the Baja Designs guys. They were actually floored with the quality of it and how well it blends, especially with the texture. And then on the other side of that, we have a new foam mount called Off-Roam, which is a CNC billet aluminum foam mount. And we used to use the ram mounts, which are great, but this makes it so much easier to do it one-handed versus trying to collapse the X grip and fit the foam in there. Not knocking ram mounts by any means, because we use a lot of their stuff, but this is just a lot more convenient, and it's solid. Mounting to the vent is I mean, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal product.
Yeah, there's no drilling. You can put your phone in there one-handed, and it's rock solid. We've used it plenty of times on the trail too. So
yeah, we're excited. We're excited for that product for sure. And then inside the engine bay, I'll show you the mount by Power Trays.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at that. Yeah, we always forget what goes on under the hood.
So what's cool about this mount is it's basically a fender liner mount. This is a prototype from Maverick over at Power Trays. He's a great guy. He did all the wiring in this vehicle. And that gave us the opportunity to mount our Bantam S-Pod, as well as have a breaker attached to it. But what's really cool about this that I like is the fact that it's essentially reversible. So if I wanted to run additional items on the right side, I can take this same mount pretty much, just a little bit flipped, a little different manufacturer, and I can mount it over to the driver's side as well. So if I wanted to run more switches or a compressor or anything I may need over on that side, then I'm able to do so.
Yeah.
Which is a great feature.
It is awesome, and it's a pretty big tray.
Yeah, it really is. So I could add more things. I could add additional fuses. I could add, other breakers if I needed to, or different mounts for different solutions. Power Trays does great for that.
Yeah,
in the Toyota world especially.
Definitely. Yeah, we use a lot of the products, so it's cool to see something like this get put into the market for these trucks.
Yep, this is the prototype currently, but he should be manufacturing them here relatively quick.
Very cool.
That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thank you, Spencer, for showing us this badass vehicle.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for chopping away at it and getting it knocked out.
Yeah, of course. We were very honored to be working on one of your vehicles. So
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Lon.
But cool, guys. If you guys are not following Spencer already on Instagram, make sure you guys follow him. His Instagram is Pupper Runner. I will put it in the screen and down in the description, so you guys can just click that. But if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please do so, and we will see you guys in a later video. Peace.